All right, folks, welcome back to another Talking Music with Mike Stone. I am Mike Stone. If you was expecting somebody else by now, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, today we are going to talk about quite possibly my favorite 1-2 punch of all time, and it's in a box set, and well, it is the Blizzard of Oz Diary of a Madman 30th anniversary box set. So, I may have mentioned before that Diary of a Madman is my absolute favorite album of all time by anyone ever. Ever. So, yeah, Desert Island disc, it's at the top of the list. So, I'm going to go through this box set, and I'll see you here in a minute. All right, folks, welcome back. As I said, we're going to be talking about the Blizzard of Oz Diary of a Madman box set. This was released back in 2011 for the 30th anniversary. Um, Blizzard of Oz was technically released in Europe in 1980, but it did not get a stateside release until 81. Diary got a stateside release later in 81. So for the US, it was technically the 30th anniversary for both albums in 2011. Um, this is a Randy Rhoads centric box set, so that was the selling point for me. My two top guys as far as guitar players go are Eddie Van Halen and Randy Rhoads. So that was the big selling point for me. You know, it's got the it's got all the text and stuff embossed, and then on opposite sides, and then we alternate with the polka dots, which we know Randy was kind of known for. So, all right, let's give this a little look-see, shall we? So, we're going to start off pointing out about the foil picture, and it's not so much a Blizzard of Oz photo shoot outtake because it was clearly from a different session at a different time. I mean, we all know the Blizzard of Oz album, Ozzy's got brown hair, and if you've seen the color version of this picture, you can see Ozzy's clearly got blonde hair, and yeah, it's, I could point out shit to you all day about it, but anyway. So, we got the foil, and then I might have to jumble around some contents here. Alright. So first off, we got the content sheet. Kind of gives you an overview of what's in the set and a little picture that goes along with it. This would have been on the back of the box underneath the shrink wrap. Alright. And then point out some goodies here. That's just a divider. We have a double-sided poster, which I'll have to back up for here. So the first side has a live shot from Ozzy, probably around the Blizzard of Oz tour. And then the second side has a photo shoot from part of the Diary of a Madman sessions. Just a two-sided poster here. Alright. And then yeah, I'm anal enough. I put everything in a sleeve, ain't I? We've got a hardcover book. There we go. It's got a gloss finish to it, and it's hard. This book will have a bunch of photographs. So there's the front cover of the box. You can see clearly has blonde hair. But yeah, we've got a bunch of photographs, you know, outtakes, pics from in the studio, live stuff. And then got lyrics and all that. So anybody who is a fan of that time period, like I am, that book is fun to thumb through from time to time. Alright. Now let's get into the musical content. So this set does come with a vinyl reissue of Blizzard of Oz, and this is what we call the UK issue. So there's little bitty differences. So first off, you notice the logo. So this is the UK and here's the US. So the US logo is completely red and there's no metallic look to it. Alright. And then the back cover of the US has a live shot with Bob Daisley on this side, Randy Rhoads on this side, where the UK issue has a photograph of all four with Bob and Lee. We'll come back to that one here in a minute. And we open up as a gatefold, and there's two CDs in here. So the first one, well, I mean, obviously we have the record. I guess I should have pulled that out first. So we do have the vinyl for Blizzard of Oz. Come on, Mike, learn how to talk. We've got the original inner sleeve. It's got the just the Ozzy and the Blizzard of Oz logo, just like the original did. Then got the lyrics on the other side. The original was not a gatefold, and unfortunately I do not own any original version of this album anymore. So the gatefold opens up. We've got two CDs. The first one is the Blizzard of Oz album, and it comes with bonus tracks, You Looking at Me, Looking at You, which was a B-side to the Crazy Train single. And then there is a guitar and vocal mix for Goodbye to Romance, which I could take or leave, I guess. And then there's a track called RR, which is just just Randy blowing off steam in the studio at the end of, turns out to be Revelation Mother Earth. So it's just a little It's not even a track with him soloed on it. There's literally nothing else on the tape right there. It's just him going off. So next up is the second disc, which is called Ozzy Live. And it's got a couple of different shows that it pulls songs from. I have all of the source material for this, but I couldn't tell you what songs came from where and whatnot. But it's basically the same set list as Tribute. You got I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Believer, Mr. Crowley, Flying High Again, Revelation, Mother Earth, Steal Away the Night, Suicide Solution, Iron Man, Children of the Grave, and Paranoid. And they would have been from different shows than the Tribute album was. So, and then we close that up. So that's what we call the UK edition of Blizzard, with those photos. And the US didn't vary too far. You know, there's the differences with the logo and the back picture, but we still got, you know, the inner sleeve, and then this happens to be a silver with red swirl copy, and it's got the old Jet labels like the one in the box set does. Alright. And then there was also, you could buy a vinyl version of Blizzard of Oz at that time period, or a vinyl version of Diary of a Madman, and then you can buy a picture disc version of both of those albums in that time period. And then that Ozzy Live CD got a vinyl release a little while later. I never picked that up, so. Alright, so coming up next, we have the Diary of a Madman reissue. Alright. It also opens up as a gatefold. We have the original inner sleeve. And the vinyl with the Jet label on it. And so our two discs here, we have Diary of a Madman with no bonus tracks, just a straight album. And then we have a DVD which has just some footage from around the time period, interviews, the After Hours special, which is pretty much like the only professional Randy Rhoads stuff that we have footage-wise. And then there's a couple of news things that had some footage from the Diary tour. So that's that. And then, since I love Diary so much, when Walmart reissued it, I had to get a copy of it. So we've got the front and the back that we all know and love. Inner sleeve that we all know and love. And this awesome blue and black marbled vinyl that I absolutely adore. This is, in my eyes, definitely the stronger album of the two. I love Blizzard of Oz, but I will take Diary of a Madman over Blizzard any day of the week. I will take Diary of a Madman over any album any day of the week. Alright. And then in the bottom of the box, we have a replica of Ozzy's Gold Cross. And then from around that same period, you could buy standalone editions on CD. So this would have been the reissue on CD from that time period. It's the same kind of disc, and it has the USA back to it. And then Diary of a Madman was in a digipack sleeve that folded out, and it also came with the Ozzy Live on CD. And it came with a booklet that's got some pictures and whatnot in it that I want to say anything you see in here was in the big booklet for the box set. So so these were standalone releases that you could buy around the same time period as the 30-year box set. I've got a bunch of stuff out. I want to make sure I get back with the right stuff. All right. Those are the reissues for the box. All right. So I will make a note that you know, we all know about the reissues on CD from 2002, 2003, where they had replaced Bob Daisley and Lee Kerslake's tracks with his current band at the time, which was Mike Borden and Robert Trujillo on bass and drums, respectively. And so these have bonus tracks. Blizzard has You Looking at Me, Looking at You, and then Diary has a live version of I Don't Know, which was a B-side to Flying High Again 45. Curiously enough, this version of I Don't Know also is the same version that ended up on the tribute album without Ozzy's vocals being fixed. So you get to hear how horrible he sounded, and you get to understand why they fixed his vocals for the tribute album. So, anyway, these do not have Bob and Lee on them. The box set does have Bob and Lee's tracks replaced. Or I shouldn't say replaced, but they exist on the Blizzard Diary box set. So, this is this is Mike Borden and Robert. These are Bob and Lee. These are Bob and Lee. And then we've got the original remasters from 95, 96. These are Bob and Lee. No bonus tracks. So we are missing one song from the whole period here out of this box set, and that was a song called You Said It All. Why it wasn't included, I have no idea, but yeah. So there was an EP release between Blizzard and Diary. It had live versions of Crowley, Suicide, and You Said It All. And to my knowledge, we don't have a official release of You Said It All on CD yet. I could be wrong. And then another thing around the same time, not really related too much, is we have a set called Memoirs of a Madman, and this is a DVD set, and it contains all of the DVD footage that could be found in this box set. So basically, if you're looking at audio slash visual content, you can find everything available in this box set elsewhere eventually. You know, with the reissue of Blizzard and Diary on CD, and then the Memoirs of the Madman set, you've got everything in the box set right there. You don't have all the trinkets and whatnot. So whichever happens to be your speed there. If you just want the audio visual content, there you go. If you want the whole thing, you could still find these on eBay from time to time, and they're not stupid expensive. So, and with that, that's all I have for this box set. And that was a nice and short and sweet episode. Yeah. So, anyway, thank you for hanging in there with me, and I'll catch you on the next one.